you've got Zanar Crest Rider. We make up your Nomad Gamers. If you are watching us on any of the social medias out there, thank you very much. What we need you to do is we need you to go over, hit that follow button, turn on your notifications on whatever platform you may be on. That way, every time the Nomad Gamers come live, you are being notified. Whew. Well, I'll tell you what, uh, that was a whirlwind.
Whirlwind of what, guys?
Uh, I was about 100 miles away about an hour ago. So
So that's what you mean when you said you were doing about 100 miles an hour.
yeah, I was.
Yeah, he was.
So, in the interest of just putting it out there so that somebody has said it, it is perfectly acceptable to get a hold of people so that way we can be like, hey, Gaz is caught in traffic. We'll start a little bit later so that you don't have to risk life and limb to get back here to start at some arbitrary BS deadline that we created last week when we didn't realize what was going on.
I did. Fireball should have a text.
Yeah,
Hey,
I got a text.
I don't care if we do this later. It's just as long as, everybody's still in one piece.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be in one piece.
he's probably vibrating right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. I'll tell you what. It's very interesting the way I'm feeling right now. Just by But
You were on motorcycle, weren't you?
I was. I was texting.
I know how that feels.
I was texting Fireball and letting him know my ETA because you're right. I did get caught, and I'm not going to disclose what city I was in, but I was in a city and traffic was nutsoid. So then, it put me behind by like 20, 30 minutes. So
we had rescheduled it initially because you had a meeting of some sort today that took up your time. So, I mean,
hey, Fireball, check our audio levels on the actual live.
Yep, I'm going to.
Okay.
Just the meeting running late would have been enough to mess you up.
Yeah,
You're on Thirsty Thursday, guys.
What am I on?
You're on Thirsty Thursday. You're not on.
Your titles are still set wrong.
Camera.
What?
You're on Thirsty Thursday camera, not Nomad Gamers camera.
Oh, motherfucker!
I asked if you guys wanted to set everything up. You're like, no, let's hit it. Because we're professionals.
Well, that's what you get for being.
Go full screen.
So what?
Go full screen.
That's what you get for being late and getting off of your. When you have a routine and you get thrown off of it, you make little mistakes. But hey, I am glad that I asked Fireball to take a look at that, and that way we could correct our issue right away.
And we're good to go now. It seems like.
Especially since I should have a friend in the audience on Twitch because she has fun listening to our shenanigans, and I had mentioned to her that we were starting late, and she wanted the link almost immediately before we started. So we should have at least one audience member in there.
Good deal.
Yeah, I'll have Twitch open. I looked at Facebook. I'll have Twitch open so I can read comments.
I have Facebook open right now too, so I'm expecting some comments, especially for one of the hot button topics that I know we are going to get into.
Alona Silver says,
I'm sure we will.
Is that who you're waiting on, Alona Silver from Twitch?
Yep, that would be my friend.
All right. Well,
let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's just talk about it. We all know exactly what everybody is tuning in for. We know what's the elephant in the room, and look through your camera.
Corporate greed?
Yeah, corporate greed would be.
I had about 8 different things I wanted to say. I thought that might be the most polite.
By God, it is.
Well, I mean, yeah, considering, and are we just gonna come out and say we're talking about the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate?
Yes.
Okay.
Any
Yeah.
of the Game Passes.
So
Not just the Ultimate, but any of them.
hold on. Before we jump into this, let's give a little bit of backstory for those who
Everybody already knows. We don't need a backstory.
that may not have played Xbox.
Trust me.
We have PlayStation.
If Fireball, if they are on the internet as of last night, on any gaming site, it was so bad that the system crashed. IGN was reporting on it. Game Rant was
Yeah.
reporting on it. PC Gamer was reporting on it. There was multiple posts on Facebook. Like
The
it
TLDR
blew up
of it
last night.
is Microsoft upped it from $20 to $30, a 50% increase per month for the Ultimate on Game Pass. So many people raced to cancel their Game Pass that it crashed their system.
But here's the other thing. Back in 2020, it was originally 15. Oh, I have it. I have the.
Oh, okay.
They did the same thing that Netflix did. Is they get big, they get popular, and they just start cranking up the price. Disney Plus did the same thing,
So
and
did
then
Netflix.
a bunch of people start. Well, I just said Netflix.
No, sorry.
I think
No,
I meant to.
You said Disney Plus.
He said Netflix.
Well, I said Disney Plus, but I said Netflix before.
Oh, sorry.
But it's like everybody, they start making money hand over fist, and they're like, oh, well, if we're making money at this, if we up the price, we'd make so much more money. And then they're like, why is everybody quitting? Because you're a greedy dumbass is what it is.
This is the thing about Xbox Game Pass, and this is like some of the stuff that I feel like some people don't know about. You had 3 variations Game Pass starting in I believe the.
So we have a new member of our somebody decided to be nosy.
All right. Well, there were three variations. You had the standard, you had the deluxe, and then you had the ultimate. Ultimate at $15 was so much better than the other two combined. I mean, I understand raising it to $20. I feel like that would have been totally fine, but raising it to a whole 30, that I feel like is a little bit too much. And it's only too much for those who play like one single Ultimate. You've got over 400 games, right? But you've got a player like Godfather that plays, let's say, 2 to 3
plays
games.
1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
Like he locks in, and that's all he plays.
Well, to be fair, okay, I got Game Pass Ultimate because I was going to jump from game to game to game. However, Microsoft is not bringing out good games on the Game Pass. At least not. Well, let me rephrase that. In my opinion, for my gaming taste, they weren't good games. Like they had 4 goddamn Call of Duties on it. Okay? I'm not a Call of Duty fan. So I could care less about those. They had a train simulator on there that was so realistic that it was boring. It was like you were going to work for 8 hours. They had Starfield on there. Don't get me started on Starfield. They got all the Fallouts on there, which if you're playing the Fallouts one right after the other to go with the lore,
so
it could be fun. But
the problem is all the Fallouts, you already owned them. So it's like, what do you need them on Game Pass for? Because you got them.
But it was nice to play Fallout 2, Fallout Tactics. It was nice to dive into those. But when we talk about value for a product that isn't that's in the eyes of the consumer. So
that's why a lot of players quit is because they were, every player has their niche, whether it's they're a Call of Duty player, they're a Fortnite player, they're an RPG player, they're a racing game player. Everybody's got that one niche that they tend to stick to. So the vast majority of the genres are kind of wasted on them, and people went, okay, for $20 a month to have everything in this niche that I like to play, that wasn't too bad. But then all of a sudden it went up by 50%, and people are like, that's more than I feel that I can afford right now.
Let's throw in the other part that everybody on the Gnomad Gamers have also said. is these games are so big that you can only have 1 or 2 games on your PC at any given time.
PC
So
or
then-
console.
Okay, PC or console. We're all 3 PC players. My apologies. I know we have console players out there, but the same goes for console too. For some of these bigger name games, you can only have 1 or 2. They got 500. So to take the one out and then to install the other one, you're losing. Depending on where you're at in the United States, you're going to lose a half a day or at very minimum an hour. And,
Right.
and
But-
like you said, the niche.
But the thing is, and I will say this, and this is what Game Pass is really good for. It's for those gamers like me. I mean, honestly, and I'm gonna do a kind of a special shout out here to those who play Backbone, who've got those little Backbone controllers that are playing on their phone. You don't have to download the game. You can cloud stream it, and I can play with Game Pass included. I could play Forza Horizon 6, Forza Motorsport, Stardew Valley, Black Ops 7, Black Ops 6. I can Power Wash Simulator. I can play. I get bored of the game. I can literally go back to Hub, go just scroll through the game catalog that Game Pass has. Looks cool. I'm gonna play Hollow Knight Silksong on my phone, and that's the perfect that's the perfect representation of what Game Pass
But
should
the-
be. But those people that only play 1 or 2 games because they're on console and they don't have the storage for it, that's where they lose their player. That's where they lose their player base at this $30 a month.
Well, the other part too is this: is I bought. Now, granted, I'm going to lose one game that I was really starting to get back into, and that's Starfield. Only because I found the mods for it. I bought RDR2 and Grand Theft Auto 5 for the same amount off of Steam as 1 month of Xbox Game Pass.
Hey guys, can I see your phone on your Twitch real quick?
Phone on my Twitch.
Yeah, the Twitch on your phone, because your Twitch chat is in followers only chat, or is in followers only mode.
So give me a second to pull it up. Here, do whatever we got to do. So, but that was the big news yesterday is how Microsoft's webpage to unsubscribe to Game Pass, it actually crashed. I saw the pictures. I was seeing at one point in time up to 34% of the Game Pass users were doing one of 2 things. They were either dropping it
good.
completely,
You're good now.
or they were downgrading their membership. It goes back to the size of the games. It goes back to what is the value. I mean, if you have a backbone and you're doing what Fireball says that he does, it's still a great value for that. But if you're on the console or you're on the PC
And you have
only,
limited space. That's the big
Yeah,
problem. If you've got
that's
limited
where-
space, having Game Pass does not seem like it's going to be a great fit.
now you see, somebody said in the comments yesterday when I was reading through Xbox Game Pass one that this was the best advertisement for PlayStation 5 or PlayStation for that matter. I disagree with them. And when I say this, the other 2 nomads are going to shake their head yes. The one who has the best market on this is Nintendo. You go to Nintendo and you get their online service and you get their Super NES or NES or the Sega Genesis or the Game Boy or any of that stuff that they have that's a little extra. You don't have to download the game. You can just outright play it from your Switch.
But that's the other thing with, and Xbox Game Pass has that too, where you can cloud stream it. The only problem with that is, and it goes for Wi-Fi. If you don't have great enough Wi-Fi, you can't cloud stream the game.
Xbox absolutely shot themselves in the foot as of yesterday.
And
Plain and simple.
hopefully,
And it comes on top of them just recently upping the price of the consoles again.
Yep.
It's like just somebody flipped a switch and they went from, hey, everybody play our games everywhere to holy shit, give us more money.
Mm-hmm. And that's I mean, I was always very pro Xbox because they weren't really like that. And then it seemed like when they launched their new console, when they launched the Series X and the Series S, and the market got inflated because of what happened 5 years ago. It seems like they switched from being very pro consumer and what they were creating to being very anti consumer, kind of like how Nintendo is right now, and just, spill all your money on us.
Yeah. And it's getting them absolutely crushed in the markets. I wanted to look at the markets and see how bad they did yesterday, but whew, I've been kind of way too busy today to even uh, go and look. I'm pretty sure it's pretty massive. It's got to be.
If I remember, and let me pull up the source that I saw. I don't know if I've actually got it or not, but it was something along the lines of, well, here's a quote from executive Dustin Blackwell defending the Game Pass price hike. He said, "We understand the price increases are never fun for anybody, but we are trying to reinforce by adding more value to these plans as well. It's something we don't take lightly, and we're listening to the feedback of the players in the community and try to provide them with more with what they're asking."
No, that's a cheap cop out.
Yeah, I could tell
That's
you right
cheap.
now that's a cheap cop out because there's what are you gonna end there was something that I saw on there of talking about how Xbox even lost more money. Um Xbox reported to have lost $300 million in revenue by putting Call of Duty on Game Pass, according to the Bloomberg report.
Mhm. Well, did you see that report come out? I think it was last week. Do you know what the highest selling console is right now?
Nintendo.
No.
Really?
Nope.
What is it?
PlayStation.
I mean that would make sense. Although, and this is the problem we fall in right now when it comes to looking at consoles. And I'm gonna when I'm talking about consoles, I'm gonna put PC kind of with Xbox just because you have to either go through Steam or Xbox,
You don't
Game
have to go
Pass,
through either.
or Epic Games or whatever.
You don't have to go through anybody. You just go out and buy the damn CD, or you go out and buy the code and download it. I seen it at
Okay,
Walmart the other day.
Xbox, Xbox Game Pass gone up 50%. Not very consumer friendly. Not that many. I mean, there are great games on Game Pass like Hollow Knight, Silksong. Um, they they put Call of Duty on there, and people
All
say
of them.
that's a steal. But oh no, the older Call of Duties, that's great right there. I mean, that's for another subject though. But you got Xbox Game Pass doing what they're doing. Then you look at PlayStation. They don't really have many big named games out right now that are exclusively supposed to come out on PlayStation 5. If you look at any PlayStation game right now, it's a copy of an earlier game, like The Last of Us Part 2, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I think Miles Morales might be PS5, but you don't really have many new current
Don't
gen
have to.
PlayStation games because they're still bringing stuff
You
back
don't have to.
from.
See, I said this on Talking Tuesday last week, and that's when I reported on this. Is PlayStation was playing chess while all of us, the Nomad Gamers included, we were playing checkers. We had reported that they were on an island all by themselves and they were going to get hammered. No, no.
Got to do something to get hammered. All they've done is sit back.
Yeah, again, they haven't
But
done anything.
they've done enough because now Xbox is porting their goddamn games over to PlayStation. And one of the explanations for it was because PlayStation consoles are doing so much better than Xbox.
But that's vice versa. You got PlayStation exclusive games, going over to Xbox. You've got Xbox exclusive games going over to PlayStation. I mean,
Where's the more lucrative spot at?
what do you mean?
I saw somebody explain it like this. Xbox has 200 million users. PlayStation has 200 million users. I know it's not the accurate numbers. It's just
Yeah, we're good.
for illustration. So Xbox has their exclusive. They've got access to 200 million players, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if they send it out to the PlayStation, now they've got 400 million potential
Yep.
players.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they're sending them everywhere. Sony, on the other hand, says, I'm okay having only 200 million people because they're also going to get, well, that's 200 million people who have bought my console. And if
Yep.
that other 200 million people want to play my game, they're going to come buy my console to play my game.
And Microsoft tried
It
that.
doesn't always work
No.
like that, but
No. Or look at Nintendo.
Sony makes enough
No,
money that they're
You
content to
can't
stick
say
with
look
that
at
model.
Nintendo. You have to, because Nintendo Switch 2 is selling better than I ever thought it would.
Right, but
You
that's
can't
but
say
that's
that.
but that's that I'm going off the analogy that Chris Ryder's talking about, where he said, you know, you're gonna in order for people to play my game, they need to buy my
Yes.
console, and that's what Nintendo's doing when it comes to Mario Kart.
But
That's what they're doing.
Do
when
you
it
know
comes-
how much money Nintendo could make if they went, fine, fuck it, all of my games are everywhere?
Oh yeah,
They would make so much money.
Yep.
But they don't want to do that because they want their controlled little ecosystem. They want their players to where they can control it.
Well, and then here's the other thing, and
Gosh, you-
here's the rest of my thought on this. When I said that PlayStation was playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers, you can honestly turn that back around to Xbox as well. Both of these guys are playing magnificent strategy right now because Microsoft went out and bought all these game developers. So
and then
not
shuttered
only,
half of them.
well, yeah, but they own them. So now when a new game of that comes out, not only is it going to Xbox, but now it's going to go to PlayStation too.
yeah. I mean, that's
Because the biggest exclusives for Xbox are no longer Xbox exclusive. Halo, I never thought I'd see Halo go anywhere. It's now going to PlayStation. I never thought I would see Starfield going to PlayStation. It's heading to PlayStation. It's a smart move on both of their parts. Xbox is getting their asses handed to them in the console sales. The losses are in the millions.
But the thing is it didn't matter whether it was PlayStation or Xbox. They always took a loss when they made a sale on a console. That's how they.
Yeah,
that's how they.
Consoles were always sold at a
No.
loss for
I know,
both
but-
of them for a long time.
But what I am saying is this: is if PlayStation is selling more consoles than what Xbox is, Xbox is being smart by sending their games over there. They're still going to get the same amount of money, but here's the problem with that: is they're taking a loss on the consoles, and not a little loss. I'm talking 380 million last quarter, I think.
But that's the
It
thing.
was significant.
This was the sole purpose of Game Pass, and this is why Xbox was winning when it came to Game Pass. They were making up that money on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point where PlayStation tried doing their own thing when they tried coming out with PlayStation Plus Ultimate. And then I believe right now PlayStation Plus Ultimate is $120 for a year. I don't know, that's what,
I saw a graph yesterday
$10 a month?
that Xbox is has the highest Game Pass part or per se thing. You know, PlayStation has theirs, Nintendo has theirs, Xbox has theirs, and right now Xbox is shot up to the top by I don't know, maybe $20. But in the words of my good friend Santiago Cirillo, $20 is $20.
Yeah, you are right there. But again, it's like PlayStation, and if you were to ask me to compare PlayStation Plus Ultimate and Game Pass Ultimate, I still think Game Pass Ultimate's a little bit better because they update their games a lot more than what PlayStation does. But right now, if you're an old school gamer, PlayStation Plus Ultimate would be the way to go because I believe they stay. And last time I checked, and this was, don't quote me on it because this was like 6 months ago. They had all the Jack and Dexters, they had all the Ratchet and Clanks, they had all the like original games that made PlayStation popular in the early runnings. They've got them all on there, and they've got all the Fallout's and stuff on there too. And the only problem with PlayStation Plus Ultimate is they don't get the new stuff on there right away,
Well,
like Game Pass does.
well, here's the other thing, and I'm going to ask for your guys' opinion because I think this is a valid question. Do you think this was just a snap reaction by the gamers that Xbox is gonna tank for, I don't know, a week or two, and then slowly rebound with the same dollar amount on their plans as before?
I don't know.
Fireball?
I don't know. I mean, right now, right now we're seeing a lot of people who are displeased with it, as they should be, because like Crust Rider said earlier, there are some people who think that you know, $20 was good enough, $30, you're pushing it. I don't really have the income to pay $30 a month for something like this. On top of that, the uh example you gave, I've got a 500 gigabyte console. I want to play Call of Duty. That's like 100, 200, 300 gigabytes right there. That's pretty much half my storage. I live out in, this is just hypothetical. I live out in rural Tennessee. My Wi-Fi is not great. It takes me a day and a half to download a 100 gigabyte game. I don't want to. I don't want to switch games. This is not going to be my. This isn't going to be what's for me.
So, yes or no? Do you think this is just a snap reaction from the gamers and that they are gonna slowly go back without the pop and all this theatrics that we got when they left?
Right now, no. I think it's not a snap. However, if the executive that said came out with that comment and they actually give it more bang for your buck by bringing out better or bringing out newer games,
You know,
then yes, there will be a there will it will not it'll be a snap reaction. But for right now, I don't think
you know what's the newest game that they've confirmed that they're bringing?
Black Ops 7.
And
That I didn't.
Fortnite.
Fortnite's free.
Well, they're bringing it to Game Pass. The Fortnite game thing,
Fortnite's been on
whatever
Game
the
Pass.
hell package they got, that's what they're bringing. And I'm sorry, Black Ops 7 is not going to be that big of a draw.
No, it's not. And we'll talk about Black Ops 7 later because I've got something down on it. But Chris Ryder, go.
Yeah, what's your take, Crush Rider?
People can only really vote with their wallets. So everybody canceling is an attempt to be like, hey, this is a dick move. Don't do it.
But they're going to keep the price.
When corporate digs their heels in and doesn't change it, there's going to be a fair number of people that slowly return. But I've also heard a lot of people are like, I don't use it enough to make it worth that much. So I mean, revenue wise, it's probably going to balance out to be roughly equal. But that also means that they lost a third of their player base.
I think this is a very snap reaction by the gaming community. I think that they did what they had to do, vote and talk with their wallet. The one thing that corporate America will listen to. But I don't see Xbox changing the price back to what it was, number one. Number two, give it about 3 or 4 months. The players will come back. I ain't, but I'm sure a lot of others will.
All right. Well,
I think we've talked this one.
Yeah, we've talked about this one way too much.
I don't know about way too much. We've talked
Ryder,
now.
do you wanna do one of your topics? Otherwise, I'm gonna go along with one of mine.
Well, I got a couple that I can touch on real quick and easy. In no secret, I play World of Warcraft, waiting for the next expansion.
Wow. I didn't know you played WoW.
Blizzard has announced the housing release date for players who have pre-ordered the next expansion, midnight. The housing will release December 2nd. And that doesn't matter which version of the expansion that you have pre-ordered. If you have it pre-ordered, you gain access to it at that point. They also have announced that going into midnight, all raid tier appearances, say you raid on heroic difficulty. Well, that leaves two raid difficulties beneath what you raid. Now, normally you would have to go back and do those on those difficulties to get the appearance, because every difficulty has a different recolor of the tier set. From now on, if you complete a set at a difficulty, all lower difficulty sets will unlock automatically. So if I complete the heroic difficulty set, the normal and the raid finder difficulty set appearances will also unlock.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that does. I mean, honestly, they should add that to Helldivers, because if you join somebody on a super Helldive, like let's say for instance you're a level 1 and your friend takes you on a super Helldive, you then have to actually start from level 1 hosting and work your way up, instead of being like, oh, I completed it, let me play it. All right, what's next?
The only other topic I've got is Holy Games release, Batman. This week saw the release of quite a few games.
Oh yeah.
I think it was technically last week, but we had Final Fantasy Tactics come out.
Yep.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah, so
this week sees the release of Ghosts of Yote.
Mm-hmm.
It sees the release of the Digimon Story Time Stranger. Black Ops just came out, did it not?
Black Ops 7 just had their beta, yes.
But there's quite a few games that come out. Pokemon releases in what, 2.5 weeks?
Battlefield 6 releases in 2 days.
Yep, that's a big one.
Just there's so many games coming out.
Hey, wasn't it like a year ago Rockstar said they were gonna drop GTA 6 at around this time? And then once they delayed again, I think all these big time developers were sitting there like, whew.
You know, they should have. They should have went out and bought Rockstar a goddamn dinner, because they're making a ton of money because Rockstar delayed. Because if Grand Theft Auto would have came out now, it would have been over.
Mm-hmm.
The gamers or game development companies, when they know that there's a big one coming out, like Call of Duty used to get the same attitude, but now that they come out so frequently and there's so much less pomp and circumstance to them coming out, that people don't care anymore. But it used to be, oh shit, the new Call of Duty's coming out, we're not releasing anything that week because we're not going to get any attention anyway. We're going to delay a couple weeks, let people have their time, and then we'll get the chance.
Yep.
When Skyrim came out, because it was 11/11/11, everybody thought that was some major deal, oh, it's all ones. So many games came out that day, and I don't remember any of them except Skyrim, because but I remember everyone announced it all the same day, and as soon as Elder Scrolls got announced for it, they went, shit.
yeah. I will that was pretty good. I remember that.
And it's just like GTA. There are corporations and companies that are looking at the GTA release and watching their employees put in for time off. And there's going to be at least one little private company where the owner wants to play it, and he's going to be like, screw it, we're taking a week off.
Yeah, I can see that. I know I'm taking a week off when it releases.
I'll see if I have the PTO saved up for it. But is that everything, Chris Ryder?
That's all I had for this week.
All right. Well, I've got about 3 things that I could. There's one thing I want to cover real quick. We talked about it last week. The EA buyout has finally been finalized. I believe.
Yes.
The final reporting number for the amount that it was bought out for was like 53 or 55 billion.
$55 billion.
Okay, $55 billion.
Yes. Now, let me ask you this question, Fireball. did you hear the other part of that?
I may have, but
That whoever bought EA, they are going to be carrying $21 billion in debt. Okay. That's 21 billion with a B, a big B. And they're going to be using something that you really love to try and recoup their losses.
what's that?
AI.
Yep, I heard this too. They promptly announced that they're going to be using
Yes.
AI to help make games to
Yes.
recoup their debt.
Well, and that's the other thing. The big thing that I heard about is the reason why the Saudi investor group it was so heavily on wanting to buy out, or was one of the forerunners for buying out EA, is because they're trying to divest away from oil.
Well, no, hold up, because I read an article about that too, because I found that to be interesting, especially being an '80s and '90s kid. That's interesting to me. All right, they're not trying to divest away from oil. What they're doing is they see the profit in the IPs that EA owns. Madden. If you look at golf, Saudi already owns the LIV. So they now bought the rights to the PGA game. Okay. Now they've got college football, that series now that's going on, 26.
They've got the
Which I haven't heard much about 26 really.
26 has actually been pretty good. I've been watching people play. It's been great. They've got the F1 series. They've got the battle.
Yeah.
They've got Battlefield now. They've got
The Sims.
Sims. That's a big one that I've been seeing a lot of memes about recently. But we're not going to jump into that. But yeah, $55 billion was the finalized buyout for EA. And
Now, has that cleared the regulators yet?
I'm not too sure, but I know they said everything is supposed to like
Because I
be
can't see
finalized. And
I can't see it being finalized yet. Maybe they have an agreement in place.
okay, the agreement, it's not finalized. There's an agreement. I should be more better with my words.
Okay.
I heard that I think everything is supposed to be finalized and it's supposed to trade hands in like 2029, 2030, something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it has to go through. And see, this is the crazy thing about gaming. Okay, so when you think of a company being sold and then bought, Saudi's buying EA. I'm going to use this as an example. Saudi buys EA. Well, now the EU, and we're not going to get into politics, but this is just how things go. The EU has to say something about it. The United States, the Federal Trade Commission, the country that these games are sold in. So I don't know if it's. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't announce it unless they were pretty confident that it's going to get through the regulators.
Now, has that got something to do with the fact that most of the game companies are publicly traded companies?
Yes, but
And that
yes
opens them
and
up
no.
to further oversight?
Yes and no. It falls to. Oh my God, how do I say this without getting into politics? Some countries are scared to sell things to other countries. And we're not going to go any further into that because we're all about gaming. We're not about that side of. I want to forget about that side of life.
All right.
But there's a lot of fear there that before long, all of everything's going to be nest egg into this one region. So it does a lot of good for monopolies. They dropped the ball when they let Activision and Blizzard be bought
Microsoft.
by Microsoft. But if that deal went through, I don't see why this deal wouldn't. I just don't.
All right. Well, moving on because we talked about this a lot last week.
Yeah, we did.
Talking about, I saw something that Arrowhead Studios had to come out and clarify something because they added I think they just added a big chunk to Helldivers for like data wise. Game optimization and why some of these games get so big file wise. They said, and they had to clarify that Helldivers 2 is 150 gigs on PC right now.
Yeah.
And that most of that is because of optimization requirements for older storage medias like HDD. What does HDD stand for again?
Hard disk drive.
Okay.
That's the old hard drive that actually had the spinning plates inside of it.
Okay. There's a study out there that states around 12% of the player base right now for Helldivers 2 still uses HDDs.
Hmm.
That's got to be some atrocious load times.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, probably. But I
Because
mean,
of the media that is currently in use, a hard disk drive is going to be your slowest at both writing and reading.
Yeah.
so
Hey,
I mean,
speaking of Arrowhead, didn't they have something going on with employees here not too long ago? Or did they get sued? Or I remember seeing it on either Game Industry or PC Gamer.
hold on, let me.
But I did see something about Arrowhead, and I'll be honest with everybody. I'm tired of reporting on layoffs. I'm tired of reporting on studios closing. So when I see it on one of the websites, I just I push it off to the side and I focus on the games that are around.
They've got a $15 million project that they're breaking ground on.
That might have been what they were talking about though.
Yeah,
Like I said, it was
because
something.
Arrowhead is a very small company. It's, I believe it only has roughly 300 employees, some 300, 500 employees, something like that.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm I'm tired of talking about layoffs. I'm tired of talking about studios closing. So when I see that, I want to report on more happier news for the gaming industry. So I tend to push that shit off to the side, shelve it. Um,
But that makes a really good this whole like talking about game optimization, and I remember Call of Duty just dropped over 150 gigs because they were originally at over like 400 gigs, and they dropped 150 of it off of their file size. I mean, this that just goes out there. I mean, I understand you want to be open to everybody because you don't want to lose out on money on stuff, but at a certain point, especially when it comes to HDD, and like Crest Rider said, HDD is the slowest computing.
but they can't exclude them yet because they.
Oh, I know what you're talking about the lawsuit that they were talking about for Arrowhead. And it wasn't, I don't think it was Arrowhead, I think it was Sony because, and this was like a year ago. Sony wanted you to have a PlayStation account in order to play Helldivers.
Oh,
And there were 20, I believe there were 28 countries in the world that were restricted from having PlayStation.
I don't. Like I said, I didn't read it. I just know something was in the news about them. I figured it had something to do with employees, so I didn't
But
report it. I didn't even open it up.
again, some of the I understand you're trying to optimize as best as you can to try to accommodate as many players as you can. But when your games start getting over 400 gigs, you gotta do something.
Yep.
But since we're talking about Call of Duty, this is the final point that we've got.
So for
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta has been live for a day, 2 days now. And oh my God, have I heard some of the most horrible things about this game. I have not seen a silver lining for Black Ops 7 yet.
okay,
Um,
fill us in because we're not gonna.
there's a comparison right now between the Battlefield 6 beta and the
Yeah,
Black Ops 7 beta. The Black Ops 7
fair.
beta player count peaked on Steam on the first day at 75,000. The Battlefield 6 beta peaked at 335,000 on its first day. So that tells you how much Black Ops 7 is struggling already. And it's just in the beta phase. Um, the cheaters are running rampant on Black Ops 7. I have seen, I
Well,
think
okay, let me ask you this: what do you want them to do about it?
they say they have an anti cheat.
No, well, okay, every game says that.
Make a better fucking anti cheat.
Okay, every game has an anti cheat.
Make a better one. Do something. Your game, the last fight. Okay. Since Black Ops Cold War, they've had a really bad problem with cheating.
Yeah.
Your game's going to die if you don't do something about it.
It's already dead. Your numbers that you just said, the damn near the last nail is in the coffin floor.
Right. But again,
If they wanted to do something Fireball, they would have done it with the last game.
well, and give you a little history lesson talking about Call of Duty.
Excuse me.
I think it was 2 years ago with Black Ops or with it wasn't Cold War. I think it was Modern Warfare 3 2023. And they said they were going to switch to a 2-year cycle. They promised they were going to switch to a 2-year cycle.
Yeah, they lied to you.
They lied to us. They said they were going to work on getting a better. They were going to work with Raven Software and creating a better anti-cheat to help try to combat cheating. But they lied to us. They said that they were going to not focus on Warzone as heavy. They lied to us. The last the last 5 Call of Duties have been Warzone centric, and they have not catered to the player base that
You know why?
was keeping them afloat.
You know why?
Why?
You guys keep buying it.
And then hold on, and then you've got streamers that come out here, especially when they were talking. And this is the best. This was where people just started telling streamers to shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. Or when Battlefield 6 was out, every single person you knew that was streaming, these popular streamers were sitting here saying Battlefield 6 is not going to be popular because it's not going to have a battle royale. It's not going to have a battle pass. It's not going to have anything like this. It needs these 3 things to succeed. And lo and behold, it doesn't. The amount of hype that I've heard for Battlefield 6 right now, if they keep everything the same as they did in the beta, it is going to be very successful, and I am excited for it. But the things that killed Call of Duty is cheating, false promises, and streamers.
You know what killed Call of Duty? Players.
Again, false promises, cheaters, streamers.
No.
Yes.
Players. You guys kept falling for the same lies over and over and over again. You kept giving them the money for the game, the 100% money type. Like, you didn't wait until it started getting discounted. You picked it up pre-order.
I don't know who.
Most players.
I don't know who you're saying by you because I haven't.
I said you players.
Because I haven't bought a Call.
I'm not directing anything at you.
I haven't bought a Call of Duty in 5 years.
But what I'm saying is these players, they pick it up, they bitch, they put it back down. Why would, and it's Activision who makes them, correct?
Activision is the no, it's not Activision. Activision is the publisher.
Okay.
You've got Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer that make it.
But either way, those companies, they are getting max profit because the players keep buying it. Now, what may end up changing with Black Ops 7, since Battlefield 6 is coming out, they might see a huge decline, and they might see Battlefield put their foot on the gas and go, because Battlefield's doing what Call of Duty said they were going to do.
But that's the thing is, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, and you usually do. So let's just start there. The reason why Call of Duty has stayed so relevant for so long is they haven't had any check. They went unchecked for so long.
Yes. No competition.
The last like shooter that they had to compete with was 2042 or Battlefield 2042, and that flopped. After that, they ran unchecked. 2042 came out. Hold on, let me.
17 or 18.
Yeah, I believe.
I want to say 18, but I'm probably wrong on that. It's right around there, 16, 17, 18, somewhere in that 3-year time frame.
2021.
Holy shit! I was way
November-
off.
Battlefield 2042 was released on November 19th, 2021. But
Wow.
still, they went unchecked for 4 years.
They went unchecked before that too.
Yeah, they went. I mean, Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 came out in like 17. That's the one you're probably thinking of.
Oh, probably.
But Battlefield 5 was also really bad. The last Battlefield game that was actually somewhat really good was Battlefield 1, and I believe that came out 15. Something like
All
that.
right. Well,
But Call of Duty went unchecked for so long, and then they didn't care anymore. They didn't have any competition. Like Godfather used to say, there used to be another game outside.
yeah, Medal of Honor.
Yeah, Medal of Honor went. I wouldn't say they died, but Medal of Honor
They died.
Medal of Honor died. What? 2008.
No, before that.
Okay. And then you had Battlefield and Call of Duty that were taking the fight for first person shooter.
Hold on, we have somebody on Twitch.
Yeah.
Silver.
Oh.
Is Silver your friend there, Crush Rider?
Yep.
Okay. Well, hello to you.
Yeah,
Thank
sorry.
you so much.
Probably
for
making fun of me for not saying anything for the last 15
said
minutes
hi,
because you guys got on a
crickets,
Call of Duty.
Laugh
kick.
out loud.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wanted with that being one of the more relevant I hate to say that they're relevant, but they still kind of are.
Who?
Call of Duty.
They're not going to be relevant much.
They're not
longer.
going to be relevant much longer, hopefully.
Okay.
And I hope
so,
that's a wake up call because that's the last thing I got.
Okay. I don't have nothing. Oh my God, this has been a hellacious.
Godfather's been busy the last few weeks.
Oh my God, I can't wait to slow down. Like I've got. I'll wait until it's my time to go. More
You know what?
in.
I
Jesus.
guarantee I'm not going to have much of anything next week because
Silver
Legion
says,
Remix launches on Tuesday, and that's all I'm going to be doing.
Silver says he loved listening to you guys.
Well, we love having you watch us, so thank you very much.
But I mean, yeah, I don't really have anything else. There are a lot of game launches that are happening right now. Ghost of Yotai, I mean, I really haven't paid attention to because I was excited for it, but
I have made it a point to actively ignore everything about that game, and it's not because I hate the game. I absolutely loved Ghost of Tsushima.
mhm.
I didn't want to know anything about the damn game because I don't need to know anything about the damn game. I'm gonna get the fucker anyway and play it. I just want it for this. I want it for PC, so I'm gonna be patient for a little bit. If it gets to be too much on the waiting, I'll grab a copy for the PS5 because that's sitting over there. Otherwise, I'm just gonna do my thing and play my games until I can get a hold of it.
Battlefield 6, baby, let's
So,
go.
did you two see the little rumors that are starting
About
about Fallout 5?
no.
Okay, so
I did see that it is confirmed to be in development.
Yes. So I saw that part too, Crush Rider, and I've been seeing other things too. I've been seeing snippets here and there, and it seems like I'm starting to see more. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a smoke trail going up. I went
going to be extremely pissed if they jumped it ahead of Elder Scrolls, but it would not surprise me in the least if they're playing off the popularity of the Fallout TV show to try and front run the game, get another one out there while it's big and popular. I know they've announced that some dude from the show is going to make an appearance in Fallout 76.
Yeah, the ghoul.
I haven't seen the show, so I can't comment on that at all.
You're not missing anything on season 1.
Hey, just because you hate the show doesn't mean
I didn't say I hated it. I just said he wasn't going to miss nothing. Okay, there is a difference.
You need to watch the show, Crest Rider. It's pretty good.
But again, it just sounds like they're just trying to cash in on the popularity of the show to bring new people to the game, which, in all fairness, is a smart thing to do.
It is.
Those of us who have been waiting for the last 10 years for another Elder Scrolls after it was announced.
Be laying in your graves before you get a next Elder Scrolls. I hope you know that.
I went and I did some more digging, and I don't remember what website I found it on. I didn't feel comfortable reporting it on Talking Tuesday because I don't know how true this is from this website, because there's other articles that just were out in left field, so I didn't know. But they pretty much said the same thing, that they believe Bethesda is going to jump and make a Fallout 5 and have it ready to go by 2029.
Which is not fair because
It's not.
Fallout had the more recent entry and it used to go back and forth. They'd finish one, start the other. But they have also stated now that it has been longer since the announcement of Elder Scrolls 6 to now than it was between Oblivion and Skyrim.
Yep.
Yeah.
Between their release dates. And that's
Yeah.
just from the announcement of Elder Scrolls 6.
Hey, at least you guys got Oblivion remastered, right?
Oh, that's a draw.
Hey, Oblivion was a great game. It was fun to get back in on the remaster. I'm still going to keep playing that from time to time. Although, crap, I may have lost my save file when my computer died. I really hope the cloud save was up to date on that one.
Hold on, wait a minute. I hope, because I'll have to go on Godfather's Twitch and clip it. But you could see the exact moment where Crestwriter realized he was talking about it and he goes, "Uh-oh. Oh no."
Hey, I lost a computer. I'm still discovering shit that I lost.
It probably had a Viking funeral for it and everything.
No, you want to know what freaking happened on that? That damn thing is sitting on the floor over there, and I got up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, and I broke my fucking toe on it last night.
Well, I mean,
hey, here's you bad mouthing it. So get ready for another toe to get broken.
I'm about to get a sledgehammer and just take my revenge on it.
So for everyone out there, I think I know what kind of funeral Chris Ryder gave his computer. Everyone needs to go watch The Big Bang Theory when Sheldon loses his laptop. It would probably happen the same way. Oh, you're too late. We'll just have a simple service. I'll do the talking. In this case, the computer broke his toe.
Silver says,
on the way out.
Silver says, want to trade Owie's Crestwriter?
No, I'm aware of what she went through in the last 24 hours. She can keep hers.
All right, but I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's another week for us.
Hopefully,
And
go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead, Chris.
I was just saying, now I can go start getting ready to do my Saturday night raid.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So
we butted this up a little tight against it.
Yeah, I guess I'll go first for the singles. So YouTube, poof. Haha, there we go. You're only going to get one because that's all we can do. So, sorry that Nomad Gamers is so late. That's on me tonight. It's all good. Next Saturday, we'll be back at noon. Starting on Monday, we are going to start in, and I need some help here, Nomad Nation. Either go to the Nomad Gamers or go to Godfather's Facebook page.
Godfather.
That's what I said, Godfather.
You're an idiot.
What?
You could just click on your thing to pull you up full screen.
Oh, okay,
I was just waiting for him to stop talking so I could say it. Just click on yourself.
Okay. Anyways, I need some help. Go to any of our social media pages. I'll be able to see them as long as you're not fireballs. And let me know if you want to see me do a stream of the story of RDR2, or if you want to just see me jump into RDO. And that's what we'll start streaming, that and Grand Theft Auto 5. Other than that, I will be streaming tomorrow. I promise I won't be that busy. There is no Talking Tuesday this week. I'm sorry. It breaks my heart. I would trust me. What I'm going to be doing, I would rather be doing Talking Tuesday than what I'm going to go do. So, shut up, Fireball. So for everyone out there, I'm sorry. I wish I could be there. I really want to be there. I can't be there. You don't want to see me in that state. But we will be back for Thirsty Thursday. That is all the great, all-powerful Godfather has for you tonight.
Fireball, you're going to take a video clip and send it to me, though, too, right?
Of him being turned into a sock puppet?
Yeah.
Shut up, you. Fuck you too.
All right.
Hey, Just because you don't want it being publicly doesn't mean you can't share it with your good buddy.
All right, full screen me.
Full screen here.
All right. Don't really have anything going on right now. Still trying to work out some stuff for streaming.
Mr. Long-winded.
Thank you, Silver, for hanging out with us. She says, "Thank you for letting me hang out with you guys."
Hell yeah, come back
Yeah,
every
come,
week.
come back. Oh, my hand's there. No, I don't really have anything else for that. Thank you guys for watching Nomad Gamers. Press Rider, you're up.
Hey, look at that. I could be Techie Boy.
Yeah. For once, you're not the
I mean,
boomer.
I don't have a whole lot. I just here hanging out. I throw in my 2 cents where it's able to, and when you guys go off on a Call of Duty rant, I got nothing to say until you're done because I don't play.
Hopefully there'll be a soon.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of bus trips, so I ended up picking up Final Fantasy Tactics for the Switch.
Hell yeah.
And I've been playing some of that, so that's been fun. I did also get my hands on the Digimon Story Time Stranger, and I started that last night, and there's just something about Digimon games. They're stupidly fun. I don't know why. And in fact, you go to launch and it says, "Hey, idiot, grab a controller." Like, you can play it with mouse and keyboard, but it's definitely designed for a controller, and it's like, just kick back with a controller and enjoy yourself. So, I mean, like I said, Legion Remix is coming out on Tuesday. Blizzard has announced that I see you running your fingers there, guys. Knock it off. Blizzard's announced that there's a whole bunch of housing stuff in there, so there's going to be a lot to report on into that as it goes, but Gaz is getting impatient, so I guess I'll surrender the floor.
Well, I'm having a lot of fun behind the scenes. All right. I think
I
that's
still see you, though.
who.
You.
I know you
You're
guys
still-
they can't.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah, they absolutely could, because you're at the
Oh,
bottom of the
yeah,
damn screen the whole
go full screen
time.
real quick. Go full screen real quick. Click on Press Rider again.
I ain't worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Let's go.
All right. Yep. We'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.
Go.
This is an Crest Rider signing off.
Like always, peace and love. Godfather is out.